My name is Christy Oldham. I am a filmmaker, writer, producer, actress. I run a production company, and I just saw Sunset Boulevard.
And what did you think of it?
Oh my God, it's my all-time favorite movie, so of course, it's just wonderful seeing it reproduced in Technicolor and refurbished. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous, and I love seeing it on the big screen. Norma Desmond, ready for my goose.
Was it crowded?
It wasn't too bad, actually.
I almost was going to go over there, and I was waiting to talk to one of the sponsors, so I said, I'll wait to hear the results.
Yeah, no, it was wonderful. I loved it.
There's not a lot of you, meaning what you do.
That's true. I never really thought of that, but yeah. When you want to work, you want to work. So you simply get out there and roll up your sleeves and you make it happen.
When did you know you wanted to actually get behind the camera, or have you always known?
I got behind the camera because there was a need to.
Yep.
And I wanted to work, so I started writing, and then I started producing my own work. And then I decided, well, I have to hire a crew, I have to put it all together, get locations and all. So I don't actually run the camera. I actually have, a director of photography, and I have a wonderful team of people who help me do what I do. So I have a marketing coordinator and a fantastic picture editor, and a bunch of interns and all at this point, so who are fabulous. And so I'm always at different stages of a project. I'm either in post-production or at the end of something or in development. So it's
You sound like a toss-up between Ken Burns and Woody Allen. Woody is always working on his next project as he's finishing his other one, and
Right.
Ken has 5 projects going on at once.
Yeah. So, I just love what I do, and it doesn't, of course I want to get paid, but I would do this if this is what I do.
But that's the good thing, it's the love of it.
That's right. And that's why when I came here 15 years ago from rural South Louisiana, I didn't know anything about the business. And in 15 years, I've really made some strides. When I was a little girl, I thought the Dukes of Hazzard was real, and
John Schneider is real.
Right, and then I grew up to, only a few years ago, I was able to be fortunate enough to play John Schneider's ex-wife in a movie. So it's just so cool, how things happen, man.
I have a story for that. Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
What were the challenges? What's the challenges of being a handful? And I can't think of any right now, but there's just a handful of female directors. Besides, you just want to be known as a director. Never mind the female, but that's what it is still.
So, I'm sorry, what's the question?
The challenges.
Oh, the challenges. Well, I think just writing your own picture, you definitely want to direct. It's hard to have someone else take the reins. And I write with a director and editor's eye. So I know what I want already, and I have it all blocked before we get there. And it's actually very easy. I haven't really found anything challenging except perhaps getting the money. And I've managed to do that as well. So, it's finally, after 15 years, things are just starting to finally work. And, it takes some time. And the moral of the story is just never give up. You just keep going.
Let's talk about the things that you have done. Your projects.
Oh, what I have done or what's coming up?
What you have done, and then what you have coming up.
Okay. Well, I've got a few things. Back in 2007, I co-produced and co-wrote a picture with Flavor Flav called Cain and Abel. It's a comedy and a farce, and it came out, and it was an underground hit. And we then followed that up with a picture called Barracuda that I wrote, produced, and star in. And it's the story of a phone sex operator turned vigilante who drives her Plymouth Barracuda across the country bringing sexual deviants to justice. So that's, we shot on the road. It's a road trip movie, and it's won 3 Best Picture awards, and it was going to be coming out in the spring. We wanted to wait till after the election and the holidays to get that vigilante spring in your step. And then, let's see, on Slate I have in development a film called Summer of Terror, and and that's the story of two Cajun detectives that are on the hunt for a serial killer. And I'm going to shoot that in my hometown. It's actually from actual murders of girls that I were in my hometown and all. So I'm very passionate about it. So we're pitching to studios now, and so that will be up and coming probably early spring.
Sounds very timely.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good. And then I just finished a script that I work for hire, so I'm working and all, and so this person also wants me to, of course, put that in the can. So we're working on that as well. And I've got a couple of other scripts, so animation, thriller, science fiction, whatever. I also have a film called Black Annie, The Legend of Black Annie, that is in partnership with Cormorant Films with Terrence Black. He directed it, and Shane Woodson, they co-directed. And that's in post-production, and that will be coming out as well in the spring. So everything's happening in the spring, springing forward.
So you write a lot of your own stuff, obviously.
I enjoy writing my own material because it's what I'm most passionate about. It's hard to get excited about someone else's passion and their vision. And it's more creative control. But I'm not adverse to having other people's material. It's just to this point I've done my own stuff. So.
How do you feel about your acting? What do you like about that?
I'm more inclined now to I'm more interested in behind the camera. You know how the creative process will take you places that you didn't necessarily think that you wanted to go, and I'm just as happy behind the camera. More so actually these days. I enjoy the creative process of writing. I enjoy the creative process of directing, and I enjoy post. What isn't so enjoyable sometimes is having to emotionally go there for a character when you've got other things that you need to be doing. So if I could just focus on the acting, cool. But sometimes I'm spread too thin, and I really need to focus on one thing at a time. And if I had to choose, it would be writing and directing, because for me those go hand in hand.
So you can have an appreciation what Woody Allen and even Ben Affleck have recently done.
Absolutely, yeah. So ideally, would I enjoy to do them all? Absolutely, but at this point, I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. It's been so sweet lately. It's been really cool.
And are you still a sweet, down-hole Southern girl?
Of course. Yes, I still get jiggy with it.
That's funny.
They call it Dirty South style, so.
That's true.
Who dat? That's right. That's right. We like our saints and our crawfish and anything fried, and I have a little accent still. So.
When you need to use it.
When I need to use it.
Like to raise money.
Hell yeah. So.
That's funny.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Now, what do you think of AFI?
I love AFI. Are you kidding me? It's wonderful.
So eventually, maybe in the future, huh?
I hope so. Yeah, we have submitted to AFI before, so if I'm lucky enough, hopefully my movies in the future will be here. So this is a wonderful place. I love AFI. It's been everything's just wonderful here, and the screenings are beautiful. The Brahmin theater is fantastic, and it's just everyone's respectful and sweet and classy, and there's just so much talent. I love filmmakers celebrating each other, so it's wonderful to be here. Go AFI.
The other thing I was just talking to Paul Giamatti on a couple things earlier. It's a lot harder to raise money. It's not easy anymore, but there's so many people out there. And even for the veterans, and even for veteran actors, there's not a lot of work, they were saying. And I found that quite interesting. And I was thinking of you, because going back to your whole premise, writing, acting, and directing, you've got to do it all if you want to create something these days. That's just the best way to do it.
Yes. It just comes back down to how bad do you want it. If you want to work.
Now, what are one of the things that you really like to do when you're not doing that? What gets you inspired about writing something? What do you look for?
I enjoy being on the ocean. Anything related to the water. I just got back from camping. I did a 5 days in the Channel Islands where I went and did like this rustic camping and snorkeled and hiked and you know, would hike up to the mountain and meditate and it was just great to be away from technology, great to be away from the cell phone, you know, that whole thing, and the phone's ringing, and collect myself and figure out what is it that I want out of a character, or what plot am I going for, or what conflict, and all the answers come when you get away from technology for a while and all the chatter stops. And the challenge is, you know, everything falls into place. So that's what I do. I go on spiritual retreats, and I just, you know, I treat myself well. I do yoga, and I'm good to others, and you know, I try to give as much as I receive, and I'm grateful for everything that I've accomplished, and I know that, you know, it's all good, and here to you know, make the world a better place.
Good.
I know that's cheesy, but you know, I really am passionate about what I do, and I want to inspire others to be the best that they can be, because we all can. It's just a matter of choosing.
Now, I like your website. Talk about that.
Which one? Mercury Rising Films?
Mercury Rising Films.
Well, Mercury Rising Films is a production company that I co-founded in 2001 with my partner, Shane Woodson. And he and I, you know, under that umbrella, we produce feature films, and they're in worldwide distribution. And we also have services that we offer to the entertainment community. We offer services to actors for acting classes. We do consulting for filmmakers. We really are interested in giving back and helping others with their quest in finding success. So we've been doing this for, you know, over a decade. And, you know, I didn't even know what SAG was when I first moved here. So I've come a long way, baby.
What do you hope people get out of seeing your films?
Well, it depends on what film they're looking at. Inspiration. I want to make sure that they're entertained, obviously. And, you know, the fact that they're even watching my films, I'm grateful for at this point. So.
Now, how can they reach you?
They can reach me through my website. They can also go to facebook.com/Barracuda Movie. Also facebook.com/Mercury Rising Films. And that's it. Christy Oldham.
You have a Twitter account?
Say again?
You have a Twitter account?
I do have a Twitter account. It's I don't use it. It's twitter.com Christy Oldham, and then twitter.com Barracuda Movie. So
You'll be using it real soon, won't you?
I'll be using it real soon, though. Tweet, tweet, tweet.
And I always people ask my last favorite question. Section called Matters That Matter. What's your favorite charity, if you have one, and why?
My favorite charity, well, I have a few favorite charities. We just had a screening of Cain and Abel where I actually donated portions of the proceeds to Hope Missions Relief Foundation. And they help people buy medical equipment that otherwise they could not. I'm interested, of course, in saving animals. I love to give back to abused animals, domestic animals, cats and dogs, and to any charity that helps animals. I'm there.
Thank you.